In this lesson, we'll be practicing equivalent expressions, meeting the requirements for TEKS 67A. Which of the following does not have the same answer as 9 squared minus 3 to the power of 4 plus 28? When we are simplifying expressions, we use the order of operations. You might remember PEMDAS. PEMDAS tells us the first step in simplifying an expression is to resolve the parentheses. And here we don't have any. Next we do exponents, which we have 2. We've got 9 squared, which is 9 times 9, which is 81, minus 3 to the power of 4, which means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81, plus 28. Then we resolve multiplying, which we don't have any, dividing, which we don't have any, and then it's add or subtract, whichever you see first from left to right. So we see subtraction first, so we'll resolve that. 81 minus 81 is 0, plus 28. And now we add, and 0 plus 28 is 28. So we want to know which of these 4 choices, A, B, C, or D, does not simplify to 28. So let's try them one at a time. Which of these does not simplify to 28? We'll write 28 down here as our reminder. So first we have 5 squared plus 5 minus 2 in parentheses. And you'll remember PEMDAS said parentheses first, so we have 5 squared plus 5 minus 2 is 3. Then exponents. 5 squared is 5 times 5, which is 25, plus 3, which is 28. So A does have the same answer, so A is not a choice. Let's try B. 9 times, and in parentheses 3 minus 1, plus 2 times 5. PEMDAS says do the parentheses first, so 9 times 3 minus 1 is 2, plus 2 times 5. Then it says do exponents next. We don't have any. Then it's multiply or divide, whichever you see first. So I see multiplying here, 9 times 2. You'll remember when there's no operation sign between a number and parentheses, it's multiply. So 9 times 2 is 18. Plus, and now we have to multiply the 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 18 plus 10 is 28. That also has the same answer, so B's not it. Let's try C. Parentheses first, we don't have any. Exponents next. 5 squared is 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25, minus 7 plus 10. We do multiplication next, which we don't have. Division, we don't have. And now it's add or subtract, whichever we see first. And we see the subtraction first. 25 minus 7 is 18, plus 10. 18 plus 10 is 28. So C does not have the same answer. Or C does have the same answer, and therefore C is not a choice. So finally we're down to D. 2 to the power of 5 minus 41. Well, 2 to the power of 5, no parentheses, but we do have an exponent, and that's 2 times 2, which is 4, times 2, which is 8, times 2, which is 16. How many 2's have we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need 5, So times 2 is 32. And 32 minus 41. You'll remember, when we're combining integers, whether we're adding or subtracting, if the signs are different, and here I have positive 32 and negative 41, we subtract the smaller number from the larger number, and we keep the sign of the larger number. And here 41 was larger than 32, and since 41 was negative, our answer is negative 9. Negative 9 does not have the same answer as 28, so therefore our answer is D. Simplify the expression 9 squared plus 5 cubed minus 6 squared. Bubble your solution in the grid. So order of operations says we do parentheses first. We don't have any. Exponents next, which we have some. So 9 times 9 is 81 plus 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. Minus 6 squared, or 6 times 6, which is 36. After I do exponents, now I either multiply or divide, whichever I see first, and I don't see multiplication or division, and then add or subtract, whichever we see first. And we see adding first. So 81 plus 125 is 206. 206 minus 36 is 170. 170, I put a 1 in the hundreds, a 7 in the tens, a 0 in the ones. I fill in the bubbles. If I choose to put the zeros after the decimal, that's okay, but I'm not required to do that. Leon wrote an expression that is equivalent to 336 and only has prime numbers as factors. Which expression could be the one he wrote? Well, 336, prime numbers as factors, that means prime factorization. We're going to write the number 336 as the product of its prime factors. And the way we do that is by drawing a factor tree or by using upside down division. So 336. Well, I could use 3, which would go into 3 once, the next 3 once, and the 6 twice. So 3 and 112. 3 is prime, so I circle it. 112 ends in a 2, so I know it's even, so I'm going to try 2. 2 goes into 112. 2 goes into 11 5 times, with 1 remainder. 2 into 12 6 times. 2 is prime. 56 is even, so I'm going to try 2 and 28. 2 is prime. The factors of 28 could be 7 and 4. 7 is prime. And 4, the factors are 2 and 2. And now I have only prime numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4 2s, 1 3, and a 7. Do any of the answer choices look like 2 to the 4th power times 3 times 7? Sure, it looks like answer choice B. Now let me show you upside down division, just in case the factor tree is not something you prefer to do. So if we were to do upside down division, it would look like this. I would start with the number 336. And then I would draw a house for dividing, but upside down. Only prime numbers can be divisors. So I start with 3. 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. I draw another upside down house. And I use again only prime numbers as divisors. So I'll try 2. 2 goes into 1, no, not at all. 2 goes into 11 5 times with 1 remainder. 2 into 12 6 times. 56. Wait, 7 is a prime number, and 56 divided by 7 is 8. And another upside down house. 8 can be divided by 2 as a prime number, which would give me 4. Another upside down house. 2 is a prime number. 2 into 4 goes twice. When my quotient or my solution is a prime number, I'm done. And I go back and look at all of my prime numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4 2s. 1 3 and 1 7, and I get the same exact answer of 2 to the power 4 times 3 times 7. Answer choice B.